Good morning, South. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance with Summer Taurus.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll hear more from Summer later in the show. Good morning once again, and welcome to the Falcon Report for this Friday, the 13th of December, at day 2. I'm Mo Lin.
And I'm Alicia Trichler. South Hall reverberated with music not one, but 2 nights this week, thanks to our junior high ensembles. Tuesday's concert commenced with the 7th and 8th grade orchestra's performance of Rockin' Up the Housetop, Thunder Snow, and Classic Bits of Pieces, which was artfully conducted by Miss Elizabeth Clampkin. Next, Miss Melanie Bedell's 7th grade band took the stage with vibrant renditions of Somewhere in My Memory, To a New Beginning, and Avengers. On Thursday, Miss Rita DeFano's 9th grade chorus wowed the audience with Howl Like a Winter, Wade in the Water, Found Tonight, and Lovely Day. The 8th grade band followed with a jazzy and upbeat performance of Jingle Jive, Uptown Funk, Flash, and Dance the Night. The 7th and 8th grade chorus, directed by Mr. Kyle Hayden, rounded up the night with their enthusiastic execution of You Gotta Sing, A Winter Day, Hope is the Thing with Feathers, Flanders Fields, and Sleigh Ride.
This Tuesday, South's theatrical troupe came together one last time to watch the Falcon Report's recording of their play, The Theory of Relativity. Shalini Manbold was on the scene.
I'm here at the Theory of Relativity watch party. They gathered in the chorus room, finding pizza and cookies courtesy of their director, Dr. David Fritz. The troupe sang their hearts out to their peers' songs and even recreated the choreography. After the show, the troupe signed each other's posters, wishing their talented friends goodbye. The troupe left the chorus room for the last time with more connections and friendships than they began with. The gathering was a delightful way for the group to spend one last evening together. Back to you in the studio.
Model UN students tackled the topic of cybersecurity in their meeting on Monday. Members represented various nations, including the United States, France, and Russia, presenting their country's stance on cybersecurity. The debate began with opening arguments, where students outlined their individual nations' policies and protections. Then they were followed by an open debate in which members could directly access and refute points that their peers made in opening statements.
Which is what the principles of the United Nations stands for.
Well, our country we never claimed to be strictly democratic, that nothing against the Western ideal.
Their discussions were certainly relevant to the current global affairs, considering the increasing prevalence and advancement of the digital world in recent years. Overall, the debate served as a great opportunity for students to develop public speaking and diplomacy skills while exploring a pressing global issue.
Last Thursday, My Brother's Keeper took to Project Adventure for a day of team building. Participating in a program of BOCES, the boys joined students from Central and North and took part in a variety of fun outdoor activities. Upon arrival, the students split up into predetermined groups that mixed up the attendees from all 3 schools. With each led by a member of the Project Adventure program, they all circled up and introduced themselves before the exciting team building commenced. Each group participated in a different task, with some including scaling a wall, balancing on a wooden beam, and building a bridge across 3 different platforms. This outdoor experience allowed the group to improve various important interpersonal skills such as communication, cooperation, and trust in a very engaging manner. Last week, one of South's very own joined top musicians from all across New York State at the prestigious All-State Festival.
Giselle Taruno had the chance to speak with Summer Taurus about this fantastic accomplishment.
I'm joined now by Summer Torres, who recently participated in All-State. So, can you tell us a bit about your preparations for this event?
Yeah, so my preparation started all the way back in junior year in September. So I started my Miss Masolo Ave Maria with Miss Stefano. I would not be here without her. So it was all about that preparation. And then eventually in May, I found out my score, which was an 100, which is what I needed. So then eventually in August, I got my decision that I got picked for All-State Soprano 2. And with that, then I've been preparing with all the soundtracks that they gave me, and then I performed this December, so yeah.
So can you take us through what happened at this event?
So for NISMA All-State, it was like really fun. We had 8 hours of rehearsal every single day for 4 days, and then we had like really cool social events where I made like a lot of friends that have the same passion for music as I do. It was just an amazing experience, really.
Since there were so many great things, can you tell us your favorite part of the experience?
Well, I gotta be honest, it was like eating food with everyone. Like, it was such a good bonding experience, but also like the convention center where you would see these really good musicians perform up from really good colleges like Fredona and Hofstra, as well like looking at colleges and looking at vendors. To add on to that, they also participated in social events such as like a dance and an ice cream social. So it really just brought us together as a group.
And is there any advice you'd want to give to underclassmen who might want to participate in NISMA All-State?
Hard work pays off. I mean, I worked so hard to get here. Like, I tried out 10th grade and I got a 97, so I wasn't able to get in, but I did it again. I put in 10 times more hard work and I got in. So to those underclassmen, use your resources, use your teachers, because I wouldn't have gotten in here without Miss Stefano, and work hard because it's so worth it once you do.
We clearly have a musical genius in our hands. Thanks so much for joining us. Back to you in the studio.
When the Falcon Report returns, we'll talk much more about neighboring school visits, but first, a bird's eye view of musical ensembles. The Falcon Report will be right back.
Okay, you guys can be 1, 2, 3, 4.
My Brother's Keeper is a leadership program dedicated to empowering all youth regardless of background with the tools and support needed to achieve their full potential. My Brother's Keeper collaborates with communities, schools, businesses, and organizations to offer mentorship, education, and career opportunities. And here's the cool thing, you can join too. They meet Thursdays or Fridays in the library at 3 o'clock after school.
Meanwhile,
what is she doing?
I don't know, but at least she's having fun.
Come to the PTSA and Cultural Society's ice skating night. No prior experience required.
This past Tuesday, Central's school news show, Eagle TV, visited South to learn the ins and outs of the Falcon Report's weekly broadcast. When they arrived at South, members of both organizations introduced themselves to each other. The Falcon Report team mentioned ETV on the logistics of running a weekly school program, including dividing tasks among different departments. After a quick pizza break, students gathered in the studio, where we helped Central tape the intro to their next show. Members of the Falcon Report also led a session on how to edit weather segments and graphics for the show. Overall, this was a great way to connect with and help our friends over at Central.
Last Thursday's inclement weather led to the significant power outage at South and the nearby neighborhood. Hamza Kiani has all the details.
I'm here outside where students were forced to evacuate due to heavy winds. Thursday's extra help was carrying on as normal when the lights in various parts of the building began to flicker and eventually stop working. This school-wide power outage occurred as a result of very strong winds which caused a nearby tree to fall and strike a power line. To ensure the safety of students and staff, all after-school activities were canceled right away and everyone in the building swiftly made their way out of the building and home. These electrical issues were quickly solved, however, as the power was back on the next day, allowing for all to return for a normal day of instruction that Friday. For the Falcon Report, I'm Hamza Kiani.
South faculty gathered to enjoy a delicious breakfast. During this early morning teacher appreciation event hosted by the PTSA, teachers and staff alike were treated to a variety of tasty breakfast foods, including bagels, eggs, fruits, and lots more. In the faculty dining room, which was filled with beautiful holiday decorations, the teachers ate while also enjoying each other's company. Before another day of teaching and learning could commence, the faculty took this as a moment to celebrate themselves and all the hard work they put into their jobs. The event certainly served as a fantastic way for South parents to show their appreciation for all that the staff do for their children every day at school.
Today may be Friday the 13th, but I hope that bad luck doesn't apply to this weekend's weather.
Let's check in with Alicia Akim to see what this weekend has in store.
Alicia?
Thanks, guys. Fortunately, after last week's windstorm, we have tranquil weather ahead. Clearly, today will be sunny and clear. Tomorrow will also have plenty of sunshine, but there will be increasing clouds. Sunday's weather will be the mildest of the batch, with a high of 45 degrees, and it will also feature late-night rain. Enjoy the light weekend, South. Back to you in the studio.
The boys varsity basketball team absolutely annihilated the competition during their game against Oyster Bay this past Saturday.
Let's turn to Jackson Hunter for more details on their stunning victory.
Jackson?
Thanks, guys. The boys basketball team switched the competition this Saturday.
Last Saturday, the Falcons took to the court against Oyster Bay. Going into the first, second, and third quarter, we saw South hooking a huge lead in points, having double the points of Oyster Bay. 3-point warriors in the game included Keith Bernardi racking up 3 threes and Brady DeValley with 6 magnificent three-pointers. You can say we had a field goal frenzy because almost all the Falcons put up points with the field goal. Top field goal shooters saw Keith with 4 field goals and Jaden Price sinking those shots in with 6 amazing field goals. In the fourth quarter, Oyster Bay might have scored, and they thought they couldn't come back. But the Falcons crushed their hopes with tight defense, like Keith with 6 steals. Overall, the Falcons brought home a South home win with a final score of 77-43.
And that's sports.
That's all for this edition of the Falcon Report. For Alicia Trishler, I'm Mo Lin.
Have a great weekend, South.
So, Alicia, are you ready for the weekend?
Yes.